there, and thank you for coming to my channel. My name is Rodrigo, and I hope that you have enjoyed my videos. Like them if you could kindly do so. Subscribe for weekly recipes. Today we'll be making a fast, easy and hearty vegetarian dish that will make you feel that you've gone to a fancy Italian restaurant. It's I call it eggplant and mozzarella towers, and accompanied with a tomato and balsamic reduction salad, all while using some of the stuff you already have at home or very inexpensive ingredients. Okay, so we take our eggplant and we're going to wash it well, dry it, peel it if you like, and I'll cut it in about 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick slices. Okay, prepare a cooling rack, which I have it here already, or a pan large enough to hold the eggplant, with some paper towels. The way I cut it, you can cut it any which way you want. Oops, doesn't have to be exact. And be careful with the knife. I measure approximately 1/4 inch. Okay, I hope you all don't laugh too much. I was supposed to cut it crosswise, not lengthwise. So basically it's the same thing. So I'm going to cut it and then I'll just put it together. You won't be able to tell at the end. It just might be a little softer. Okay, and it's the only eggplant that I have right now. Okay, so whatever number you come up with, it's gonna have to be a pair 6. Why 6? A pair number and not an odd number, because otherwise we're not gonna be able to stack our towers. Anyways, I'm gonna salt them now and we'll put them on the rack and I'll show you a picture. Anyways, so I cut them a different way and I matched them. We put some salt in them. Because I screwed up on the cutting, okay, you don't have to worry about anything, but I have to worry about making them match. So, it's gonna take me a little longer to arrange them into the rack there. Okay, once this is in the rack with paper towels, we have to let them be for about 30 minutes for it to take the water out. In the meantime, I'll show you how can we get some time with the onions and getting all the sauce going. I don't eat the sauce right off the can or right off the bottle or whatever it is. I always like to doctor it a little with some of my own ingredients. Very well, so we take a small saucepan, put a cup of, sorry, not a cup, a spoonful of oily oil. You can use olive oil if you wish, but I rather avocado oil because it doesn't smoke as much, just in case. It's already warm. I can feel it warm, not too hot. You can just throw a little piece of onion in there. It's not really fried. Yes, it's starting to fry. That means that it's ready. So we're going to saute our onions a little bit. Just lightly brown them. And once they're transparent, translucent if you will, we'll add the garlic together with the pepper. Remember, this is not red pepper. It just happens to be an orange pepper. It could be green pepper, red pepper, not hot, not the hot kind. I deveined it and took the pits out and chopped it into small pieces together with garlic. Okay, so we're going to throw that, simmer it a little bit as soon as this, as I said, become transparent. All right, so the onions are slightly sauteed. becoming transparent. You know, and you just keep stirring so they don't stick. We're going to throw garlic and pepper and just saute it until it becomes fragrant. After a couple of minutes, we're going to throw, it's about a quarter teaspoon of red pepper flakes. We'll put about a teaspoon of oregano. I'm also going to throw, you know, I like garlic, so I'm going to throw half a teaspoon of garlic powder and some fresh pepper, as well as a little bit of capers that I happen to have. You know, it's about 15 or 20 small capers. You can put a larger one. Okay, we let that season for a little bit, and then we'll throw in the mushrooms, flakes, peppers. Oh, if it doesn't want to come out. Okay, the oregano, a little bit of garlic, okay, and we stir. This is a medium to low heat, by the way. Yeah. We throw in the capers and the mushroom one time. (35, 45 seconds). A little bit of pepper. And the tomato sauce. Or tomato sauce, as whichever way you like it. It tastes the same no matter how you say it. Lower the heat to simmering. So we don't want tomato to get burned. Okay. If it gets too cold, you can raise the heat just a bit. And throw in the wine. Stir it well. And if you like, you can put just a pinch of salt. Okay. The moment this thing starts lightly boiling, you're going to put the lid on, throw the bay leaves, and let it simmer at slow heat for, I would say, about 8 to 10 minutes. Then you can just leave it, you know, the lid on and just turn it off. Okay. You see it's starting to simmer. Put it at low heat. We throw in the bay leaves. I only had pieces of leaves. I didn't have any whole leaves. Cover it, low heat, for the next, as I said, anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes while we get the rest of the stuff going. While we're doing the sauce, okay, I turn the oven on to 400 degrees, preheated. A little bit of parchment paper and a baking sheet. And we're going to just put a little bit of olive oil in it so the eggplants don't stick. Take a paper towel, fold it in half, and just dry the top of the eggplants, because as I said before, they're going to release a lot of water. If it's not enough, you take another paper with the towel and dry them a little more. Okay. Take them. Remember, I cut them long, so I have to keep them paired. And we put them into the baking dish. You can also sprinkle the olive oil. You don't have to brush it in there. You know, whatever is easier for you. And pepper, if you like. If you don't like, that's fine. You can also put a little bit of garlic in it if you like. It's up to your taste. Okay, we're gonna leave them there until they soften up. I'm guessing about 20 to 25 minutes. If you like, you can turn them halfway through, depending on your taste, how you like your eggplants. The sauce, as you can see, it's ready. It's been simmering for about 30 minutes. As long as it's in low heat, you can leave it there for as long as you want. So we'll take it off, and we're going to make the balsamic reduction. Going to put half a cup of balsamic vinegar, preferably of Moderna. Good quality vinegar makes a big difference. You can keep this in a container and put it in your salads whenever you like. So just throw the vinegar there, and we'll start warming it up slowly so it doesn't burn, and stirring it all the time so it doesn't stick, until we get it to the right consistency. Stop before you get to your consistency, otherwise as it cools off it's going to get a little thicker. Okay, so just gotta be patient. Okay, as you see, it's very liquidy. Once it loses that texture, okay, you have to as I say, pay attention to it, because otherwise it will become very, very thick. This we have to do a little bit in advance, so when we drizzle it on the tomato or tomatoes, it won't be hot. So we'll get into that, and in a couple of minutes we should have the eggplant ready. We'll arrange everything. So we're still simmering our balsamic at medium to low heat. Remember to stir it. Basically, it'll be ready when it evaporates. About 2/3 of it have evaporated. As you see that the consistency is changing little by little. We're still stirring our balsamic. We took the eggplant out. The oven, bring it down to 350 degrees and leave it on, because we're going to need it for the final baking of the eggplant and the cheeses. Anyway, we're back here and we're going to assemble it. Assembling is fairly easy. I have already cut the mozzarella in about a little bit over 1/4 inch. I have some Parmesan here, as well as some mozzarella mix of cheese, just because I like it cheesy. We put a spoon of the tomato sauce at the bottom. I'm putting 2 halves, but it's going to be 1 round of, in your case, of eggplant. To put a piece of the cheese, we'll cover it with another eggplant. And we throw a little bit more sauce in it, not too much. A bit of cheese to your liking, and some fresh grated Parmesan. Just a little bit so it doesn't burn too much. So we're going to do this with all of them and put them in the oven at 350 degrees for about 10-15 minutes while we get the salad ready. All right? And here's a little secret how to peel a tomato without much trouble. I have some boiling water here, just plain water, nothing else. And we're going to put the tomato in it for about a minute. I also have a bowl here with ice water, cold bowl. We'll leave the tomato there about 30 seconds or so. Turn it, and you might see the skin starting to rip. If that is so, you take the tomato out. Okay, at the moment you see it rip, and you put it in ice water. Okay, and you don't need this hot water anymore. Put it in ice water, leave it there for a minute or so, and you'll see how easy it is to peel it. Literally, the skin comes right off. So we peel out tomatoes, and we're going to cut them a little bit over a 1/4 inch. So we can put them in our plates. We'll drizzle it with a bit of the vinegar sauce, a little bit of olive oil, a couple of leaves of parsley or cilantro, a little bit of salt, and it'll go perfect with our eggplant towers.